What's good, YouTube? Needs50 here on some Nioh 2, and here I'm showing you my magic red demon build. Alright, so of course we're gonna need the red demon set, and I want the 5-piece bonus here because I want that 7% melee damage, and I feel like the key recovery speed isn't very worth it, so I didn't go with the 6-piece bonus. Instead, I went the Black Fox mask to get the damage bonus on Nioh magic power, and it's just a great boost in our damage because we are scaling our weapons with magic. So what you're going to need, of course, is the Yasakani Magatama, which reduces your set requirements by 1. And you're going to want to roll burn accumulation and melee damage versus poison, and also Nioh magic power. Those are the main ones you really want on your accessories. Same with your secondary accessory, burn accumulation, Nioh magic power, and melee damage versus poison enemy. Poison is just very overpowered. I like to incorporate that in a lot of builds, so there's just no reason not to use it, for bosses at least. Now for weapons, you can use whatever you want here. I am scaling with magic and constitution, so I like to use the Switchglaive, the Hatchets, Tonfas, and the Spear. Spear would actually be really good with this build because, of course, in the red demon set you get the spear fall damage, and it actually is a very good ability, and it's very easy to use. For our secondary weapon, I'm going with the Great Kanemitsu. Mainly for the 2-piece set bonus on Nioh Austerity. It gives you that extra 25 Nioh magic power, which directly increases your damage with the Black Fox mask. You can go to honestly whatever you want here. You can go with any secondary weapon that gives a good set bonus. Nothing really comes to mind right now, but I'm sure there's a lot of things you could use. For ranged weapons, you're gonna want fire damage on your cannon. You're gonna want to have your cannon as your primary ranged weapon. And you're going to want damage bonus agility and the fire damage. Those are the most important things you want to get on it. And they're pretty easy to get. You know, you just have to farm some Umbrasite and just try to keep re-rolling. For the secondary range weapon, I went with the Warrior of the West bow just for the life bonus. Makes it a little more tanky. And of course, Black Fox mask and the red demon set. For your gear, the main things you want are of course Nioh magic power and attack. Everything else is up to you. You can get whatever skill damage you want. Like here I have pulverized heaven damage on my gloves for Tonfas. Increase attack and defense on Tonfas, because I mainly use the Tonfas with this build. Or really anything you want. You can get whatever you want. The main things, just make sure you get Nioh magic power and attack inheritables wherever you can. And also one more important thing I forgot, on the chest piece you're going to want life recovery and Rita absorption. This will just make you nearly invincible because it just goes well with all the magic we're using, and I'll go over that in 1 second. Alright, so for our items, we're going to want to use Rejuvenation Talisman, Barrier Talisman, Explosive Shot, which is very optional here. I don't use it a lot, it's just kind of there, just for the aesthetic maybe. Sometimes I want to throw out an Explosive Shot, get a quick burn on enemy. Carnage Talisman, we're only marking 1 for bosses. Extraction Talisman, and Protection Talismans. And that's it for the magic. For ninjutsu, we have Poison Shurikens and Tiger Running Scrolls, just for speed running. Poison Shurikens being very important because on bosses we're going to want to poison the enemy and get that extra juicy melee damage. Alright, for Guardian Spirit, we're looking to ramp up our damage as much as possible, so Tengen is the king here, that's just a fact. And Nioh 2, Tengen is just the most damaging Guardian Spirit in the game, and there's really nothing else you can use. I mean, you can use anything else you want, but if you really want to push your damage, you have to use Tengen. For Soul Cores, Yatsu no Kami, mainly for the melee damage with poison enemy. Kasha for the life drain yokai ability hit, and the faster movement speed on Rita absorption, which goes hand in hand with the Extraction Talisman. We'll be constantly getting Rita just by hitting our enemy. So we'll always have that life recovery and faster movement speed. Life recovery being from the chest. And the last soul core, we're going to want the Infernal Onibi. Of course, you want this for the elemental damage and the anima bonus elemental attack. And we get a free weapon imbue pretty much all the time. And this allows us to free up some space with our magic, and we don't have to rock fire talismans. Okay. One thing I did forget to mention is the secondary Guardian Spirit. So now of course we all know we're using Tengen for our primary, mainly for the stance based on Rita bonus. It just gives a huge boost to your damage when you're in high stance. And you're always going to be absorbing Amrita with the Extraction Talisman. For the secondary, I'm using Inosaso for the extra fire damage, and as well as the damage taken mid-attack. If we go to secondary, this only gives us 7.5%, but it is still very nice to have. So what this means when we're attacking and we get interrupted, say during one of our attacks, we're going to be taking 7.5% less damage from that hit, which is actually very nice. I really like this. This synergizes well with our build. We're very tanky, but we're also dealing a lot of damage. As for stats, the main things we're going to need are 9 magic and 9 courage for the Yasukani, 13 constitution, and 14 skill for the gear. This is the base for the build, and this will allow us to gain all the bonuses from all of our equipment. Next thing I like to do is go a little bit into stamina, 1 point into stamina, just so we can get agility. And then I like to go a few points in dexterity just to increase our ninjutsu capacity. Just about to where we get to the point where we can carry as many poison shurikens as we can and as many tiger running scrolls as we can. From here, you can really do whatever you want with the build. I like to go 99 magic. I like 99 magic because I like using the Switchglaive a lot, and it'll help our buff stay active the entire time. So really, if you want to go with the Switchglaive build mainly and a Hatchets build, this is a great start for you. Now from there, I like to max out Constitution for the extra life, and then dump the rest of my points into Courage and Courage and Heart. Courage for the Omnio Magic bonus. It does very little bit, but it does boost it, and Heart for the key. And those are our max level stats. As for clans, I'm using Honda because of its 2 bonuses to active skill damage and damage taken halved unscathed. It's pretty much the first bonus. Basically, as long as you're at full health, there is an 80% chance that a hit taken will only deal half the damage, which is very good. It just synergizes well with our build. We'll mostly be at full health the entire time, so 80% of the time we'll be taking half the damage from these hits. And of course, active skill damage, just a flat DPS boost. All the skills we are using are mostly active skills. Another option here is Akechi. So we're using Honda and Akechi here. This gives Omnio magic power and bullseye bonus. The bullseye bonus not being very helpful, but the Omnio magic power is very good because it'll make all your weapons hit harder because of the Black Frost Mask. We get that extra Omnio magic power, and it directly increases our damage. And this will also make our buffs last longer. So both are very good options. I just like using Honda better. So yeah, there's the build, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope this helps someone out at least. And yeah, enjoy the gameplay.
Bye.